to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you with Claire and Dawn Creates. So Claire has chosen this month's challenge, which is a polymer clay. So all I've done is I've just got my drawer out that has all of my polymer clay that's open in, and I'm going to use this. Now the brief, which is an awesome brief, is use polymer clay to make whatever you want. How cool is that? I mean, that's just like awesome, isn't it? So my idea today was I'm going to go through and I'm going to get some red, all the Christmassy coloured clay that I have out, because I was thinking that one of the things that I wanted to do on my channel was I wanted to make some Christmas decorations using some clay to show you how easy it can be. So that is basically what we are going to do. So I'm going to get all my greens, bits of white. I mean, I really do need to concentrate and use up quite a bit of this, yeah, of the stuff that is here. So, yeah, we honestly, guys, I open it all the time, and I'm thinking, why have you opened it? You've already got yellows open, you've already got oranges or pinks and purples, but I still open more. So this is actually going to be perfect because it's going to mean that I can get together and yeah, use some of my scrap bits up. Also, the other thing that we can do with it, right, I've got loads of green here, is we can actually make card toppers as well. So that's basically what we're going to do. Now I think, we'll use some of that silver. Let's have a bit of brown out, just in case. That's gold. Right, okay. So I'm thinking that will do for now. I don't know why this drawer is, yeah, in here, but it is. So I'm just, oh, I do apologise about that. I just hit you with my drawer. Right, so I put that back. So I've got all my sort of Christmas colours. So let's move them all over to the side. So I do apologise. I can't believe I've just hit you with my drawer. I'm just going to have a sip. This is fruit twist, I think. I didn't want a coffee, so I got myself a cold drink instead. Right. So in here is all my tools. So I've got blades, and yeah, tools that sort of dentists use, even pens. I've got a Stanley knife, little drills, just really cheap tools. These came off, where did it come off, guys? eBay. I've got some spare blades for my blade tool that's in here. I've got like this cool one, but yeah, you can get them really cheap off YouTube, but I tend not to use a lot of these. So I tend to use this one. This one was quite expensive. This one come from Etsy, and I think it was something like £12, but it's the best investment I ever made. But you don't need any of this. All you need is a dotting tool. So any dotting tool will be fine for this, and you need a blade to cut. So whether that be your craft knife, whether it be a cheap knife from the pound shop where you get like 4 in them, whether it be anything, that's all you sort of need. So I'm gonna get and then you can use, I'm just trying to think, right, there's my blade, so I'll need my blade. Yeah, have a look around your craft room, see what you've got. So I know that it'll be interesting to see what Claire does. See, I do polymer clay all the time. I love a polymer clay. I'm loving this collection of greens and golds. So I store it in, for anyone that's wondering, because it doesn't go off your polymer clay. It might become hard, but you can, as long as you put a little bit of, you can get a clay, like, oh, what's it called? It brings your clay back to life. So, but oh, I really can't think what it's called. Because when you condition your clay, it becomes soft and it becomes pliable, and it's absolutely lovely to work with. So yeah, if you've got a clay that's gone really dry and crumbly, if you add a little bit of baby oil to it, that'll actually yeah, make it bring it back to life. Don't add too much, trust me, I've been there and I've done that, and that is not pretty at all. But yeah, I really cannot think off the top of my head what it's called, so I do apologise about that. Let me have a look in my drawer, because oh, here it is. So it is, what's it called? Do you know what? It doesn't say. Oh, clay softener. It's actually just called clay softener. So you add a little bit of this in, and because this clay here, this is crumbly, so no matter what I do with that, that is really, really crumbly. If I add a bit of that in, it brings it back to life. And I got that from a charity shop for about £2, so it was definitely worth me doing. So anyway, just thought I'd give you that bit of information there. I'm going to grab, so the best way to condition your clay, I have found personally, is to use a pasta machine, because using clay can be quite hard on your hands. So getting yourself a cheap pasta machine, it will come out, I'll just show you, so it'll come out because as you can see, all bitty and stuff, but that's just because we haven't warmed the clay up yet. So once you start warming the clay up, it becomes a nice piece to work with. So yeah, I find that using my machine, just put that on the biggest one, yeah, my machine is the best thing for me. So I'm wanting this to be all marbled, so that's why I'm not bothered about it being all mixed together, because I think it's just going to make a really cool effect. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to mix some Christmas trees. Now my idea was they can be put on the tree, but they can also be put onto so you can see all of this is crumbly, but that literally is down to the fact that it's cold. Right, let's get the rest of this on and let's get it conditioned. And it's very, very important when working with clay that you do condition your clay. It makes it so much easier to work with. Trust me, I've tried to work with it without conditioning, and it just cannot be done. And all conditioning means is you're warming the clay up, and you're making it like a really, really soft dough. So I think I put that in a bit too thick. Normally I have like what do you call it, like a clamp in which to clamp this on, but I have no idea what I've done with it. So as you can see, this is still breaking up, and it's still very crumbly. So just here, all this will go once it is warmed up and we've got it yeah, all conditioned. So even though it has been conditioned before, because it's been left, so I'm going to keep showing you it so you can see the difference in the clay. So just like that, I'm loving I don't really want to do much more to it, but I've got to keep going until it's more pliable. So there, as you can see, we're just going to fold that over and go again. And you can see each time it goes through, we're getting a better texture to it. There is, I mean, if you're only wanting to do small things with your clay, so I mean that just looks miles better. So if you're only wanting to do like you're only wanting to work with a small piece of clay, you don't need to do this at all. This is because Claire's given me free rein to do whatever I want. Right, I think that's fine because I don't want to mix that up anymore. Because she's given me free rein to do whatever I want, it has given me the perfect excuse to come on and actually create what I wanted for Christmas. So we've got this lovely different mix of greens and golds, and what I want to do is I want to create some Christmas trees. Now, if you have some stamps or if you have some dies, you can actually press it into your clay and then cut around it. I've done that a few times actually. I'm wondering whether, yeah, let me get some Christmas dies out and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I have a few dies here. So I've got a couple of Christmas tree dies. So let's grab them. And what I'm going to do is, and it's really, really simple, find a really nice spot. So I think here. And we're just going to push that in. So that's all we're going to do, is just push it into our clay. Then once we've done that, we're just going to get one of the corners, I'm going to lift it out, and that will leave an imprint onto our piece. However, I'm just thinking that I could have done that with being a bit, I'm hoping, let's see, I'm hoping that we can just slide this in as if it was, because it looks like, there we go, I need it to be a lot more indented. Right, okay, so that should be better. And then once we've done that, let's take our die off, and it won't ruin your die. So yeah, perfect. And then I'm just going to take my craft knife, so I'm just taking my Tim Holtz one, and then all we're going to do is we're just going to cut around it like so. And then, so I'm going to follow that line around. Now, I'm not too worried if I miss some bits of it. And the reason why is because once it's baked, we can actually sand it. But I am going to cut away bits of, basically it's fussy cutting but in clay. But we're going to take away some of the bits of clay as we go. And what I need to get ready as well, which I haven't done yet, is I need to get myself a baking board, because with polymer clay you actually bake it in the oven. So that's one of the beautiful things about it. So it doesn't become hard until it's baked. So I'm just going to do around, and like I say, we can file this off just using a nail file, so nothing special, to make all the edges perfect once it has been baked. So let's get all of this out like so. Okay, and then I'm going to continue around, and we're going to cut the whole thing out. So you can either do that, you could use cookie cutters if you wanted to do a cookie cutter one. That's nothing stopping you at all from doing that. Right, I'm just going to cut that down because we can turn that into another tree, and we can turn that bit into another tree as well. So let's move them out the way. Now, the more you work with the clay, the more the softer it becomes. So it depends whether or not, and you won't know until you start playing with clay to whether or not you prefer a softer clay or a harder clay. Depending on what I am doing, depends on what I like. But just be aware that you can make your clay really, really soft, and it can get to the point where it become quite sticky and not very easy to work with. But there is a solution to that. So you just need ordinary kitchen corn flour, or cornstarch, I think it's called in the US, and if you just put some of that in, that helps with the stickiness so that you can manage it. Okay, so now that that's done, this is where my blade comes in handy. So I'm just going to do that, and then right, I'm going to go and get a baking tray and set it up with some of that on, and then we'll put this on. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got a baking tray here, just a normal kitchen baking tray. And I am going to put that on there. Now I do actually have an oven just for polymer clay. So yeah, you can just use your normal oven, but I do suggest that you you open the door once you've finished, just to let the fumes out, because it is plastic at the end of the day. But yeah, you can just use your normal oven. But yeah, I have my own little oven, of course. Why wouldn't I? Right, okay. So that was that Christmas tree. What we're going to do now is I'm going to draw one. So I'm just going to use my dotting tool, and I'm going to do just a couple of them with, yeah, and we're going to add on some brown clay or gold clay, so that, yeah, what am I trying to say? Yeah, so we've got a stalk or a little plant pot at the bottom. But yeah, we're just going to add these on, and then what we can do as well is we can add some decorations on as well. And my idea around these are not perfect trees, by the way, and you'll see once I cut them out. But my idea is to add these on to the presents as well. And I just thought it's something else, a little something handmade. We are going to do better, but I want to, like, oh look, see, I mean, how cute is that? And then we can shape it using our fingers and round those corners so that it looks quite rustic, and make it all like so, like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so yeah, I want to do a Santa's face. I want to do some stockings, which I will take a bit more care with doing, because you can't just do a triangle in some clay and get away with it. So yeah, I will do some proper ones. But for the sake of this video, because of the amount that I'm thinking of doing, I'm wondering whether to put you guys on speed up. But yeah, I want quite a few, but these don't have to go on cards, on presents. These could be card toppers. I'm actually very tempted to use them as card toppers. And we make a card at the end of this video using one, just so that you can see. And you can see that we're shaping it. I'm wanting them to be rustic. I don't want them to be perfect. Yeah. I mean, how gorgeous are these? So I'm just gonna, and having it all odd. Now I am using a glass mat. I highly recommend a glass mat for clay, because it really is a lot easier to work with. Yeah, you will find that without a glass mat you might get a bit, although you could do it on a cutting mat, but a glass mat really does make all the difference. So right, finish off with this. Like I said, they are odd shaped Christmas trees, but that's what's really fun about them. And they have got glitter in these because of the what do you call it, wondering whether to put little stars or something on the top as well. That'd look really cool. So those are those. Now where's some brown? We need some brown, don't we? And I did have a little bit, so just here, and so as you can see, that is cracking quite easily, but as soon as I warm this up, this will be nice and warm. Now when working with red and black, you will find it will stain your fingers really badly, so I highly recommend either wearing gloves. There we go, that'll do. Either wearing gloves or wear, trying to think what else, or wash your hands in between each colour, and trust me, it is worth doing because it is a nightmare to get off your, like, it mixes in with everything, and especially if you're working with white. So if you are working with white, make sure that everything is cleaned down because it will all mix. So we're just going to do some little stalks. So I need 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and then we're just going to push that into there and make sure that's nice and stuck on. And then, so there's that one. Let's do it to all of them, and then we're going to add some texture on. So it's very similar to playing with a plasticine polymer clay, except or Play-Doh as well. It's very similar to Play-Doh, but I would definitely say it's more sticky, especially if you over condition it. It just depends on what you like. I know the cheaper brands of polymer clay, so the brands that you can get from China and things like that, they are very, very sticky. So you'll find that your Fimo and your Sculpey are lovely to work with, whereas your China equivalents, I know I got some cheap ones from the Works. It's very sticky, very, very sticky, and can be quite yeah, quite annoying to work with, shall we say. Oh, I need to take that one off. Right, I'm just going to put these on the tray. I am wanting to come in and put some texture on, so that's what we're going to do. So I've just got my dotting tool, and I'm just going to put lines down on this piece here, and that's just to represent the wood. So I'm going to do that, like so, and then here. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun little video and we're coming up to Christmas, if I made just some little Christmas ornaments and card toppers, because like you say, you can use these in anything. And then once they're painted, you can actually, once they're cooked, sorry, you can paint on top of them, which is really, really cool. Now I want sort of like a tree texture. So normally I would use a toothbrush, but I haven't got a toothbrush in here, so I need a new one. So what I'm going to use is, I'm just going to use this, because I just want it to be like, but yeah, a toothbrush would work perfectly for this. So I'm just giving it texture. Okay, that's the first one. And adding the texture really does bring it to life. You could even use, you don't have to use anything like this. You could use some, just some of this paper, the greaseproof paper, scrumpled up in a ball. That would look nice. And then you could use tin foil. That would work. Your dotting tool, but definitely a toothbrush. So if you've got an old toothbrush, that would work amazingly. You get a lovely pattern off a toothbrush. Right, sorry for that noise. So I'm just going to keep going. So I'm going to do these ones with you, and then I'm going to go on speed up, and I'm going to make some stockings. And oh, I've also got some gingerbread dies, so I think I might do some gingerbreads as well. I think that would be nice. And we'll yeah, and then I'll bake them, and once I've baked them, we'll come back and we'll create something with a couple of them. So there's that, making sure nothing's stuck on the bottom. So now I want some yellow, because we'll do a yellow star. Now I'm rubbish at, now this is Sculpey, and this is lovely to work with, and it's Sculpey Soft, Sculpey 3, which is like a really soft clay, so you don't really need to actually condition it as much, so it is definitely, yeah, a nice one. So I'm just going to push that down. Okay, and then we're gonna do a star. Now I'm rubbish at doing stars, but you know, yeah, we will hopefully do a good one, but I can't promise anything at all. Yeah, that's just terrible, Dawn. Must have, let me have a look. I'm sure that's a snowflake. It's a dot. See? Yeah, I thought I might have had, oh I do, I have a star punch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch that, and we'll use that as our, yeah, it's our little template. So let's pop that on there, and then I'm just going to cut this out like so, take those bits away. So like I said, I'll do these with you on camera just so that you can see how I'm doing it. And then, but yeah, it took me, I've tried clay many times in the past to make beads and all sorts, and actually when it come down to it, I couldn't do it very well, but now when I make my book covers, I don't know, something just clicked. I love doing my books, so I'm just gonna make this a nicer star. So just doing that edge. Then let's grab this is just a little tiny blade. There's some bits that just need taken off because they would annoy me. Okay, right, so I'm just going to pinch each prong of my star. There we go. And then let's grab our tree, and then any of them, I'm going to put a little star on the top of the tree. So there's that. So I'm going to make another 4 stars and put those stars on, and probably do another star and put it on there. So yeah, I'm going to put all of this up on speed up now, so I do hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you at the end, and we'll probably make a quick Christmas card using some of these pieces. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, I went a bit overboard with making these. I also made some little flowers. I was sorting out my clay, all my scrap clay, and actually just mixing it all together because it's been in my drawer for ages, and I thought, you know what, I really want to use it up. So that's how we've come about using all of, like, doing all the green trees and everything. I was adding, oh, and I've just spilled it. I was adding in glitter to my clay on some of the bits because I just thought it's Christmas, we need glitter. So let's see if I can just, yeah. And I had this gold holographic one in my stash, which is just absolutely beautiful, and in true Dawn fashion, I didn't bother putting the lid back on. However, I do need to make sure that this area is nice and clean, so I have cleaned it all. I've actually spent about 3 hours this afternoon playing with my clay. I forgot how much I love it, and my hands are all clean, that's all clean, because I now need to come in with the black and the white. So before we touch the black, I want to come in with the white, because on all of the stockings we need the white bit across at the top. With all the Christmas trees, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do with them yet, so I haven't decided. Oh, look at that, we could have a flower on the top of the tree. But yeah, I definitely want to make something with them. But you see, with the trees, we can just use our pens. So if you've got like any metallic pens, they would be brilliant for this. So you can decorate them with that, or you can have a look, or we can go in with some sequins. We can decorate with sequins. There's so much stuff that you can do it with. Now, my hands are hurting. I'm not even going to lie about it because they really, really hurt. I do have a rolling pin, which I have been using. Unfortunately, it's not as clean as what I would like it to be. Really hard because it's a plastic rolling pin. I did have a wooden one, and that's even worse. They don't get as clean as what you would like them to. I am going to try, let's have a look. I did scrape quite a bit off. So I'm going to just use a baby wipe. The best thing to clean with, would you believe, is baby wipes for clay, is baby wipes and rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is amazing for getting any hairs or any sort of fingerprints if you want to take them out. And you can, and the good thing about it is you can actually use it before you bake it or after you bake it, and it works to get any sort of lint, like any fluffy bits off. So perfect for if you have little dogs like me. Actually, do you know what, I've managed to get, it's the first time I have been able to get this so clean. So I wonder why. Right, make sure, because the white will pick up on everything, so you've got to make sure that everything is spotless before you start. Oh, and then we're just going to roll it out. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do. Lollipop Sticks is really good for this. If you want to have it a certain thickness, let me get my Lollipop Sticks out. So what you can do, come on. So let's grab a 4 out, because I think that's how thick. Oh no, 1. We don't need to have it really thick because the base is thick. So to have it so that you have it all one thickness, if you're not, so this is perfect if you don't have a pasta machine, because I already know that a lot of you won't have a pasta machine for crafting, because it all depends whether or not you do yeah, what do you call it, polymer clay. So I'm just going to stick that down, and then using the Lollipop Sticks, that's going to determine our length. So just like that, and just move that along. Perfect. So now that I've done that, the next thing I need is, this is some Bake and Bond. So this helps, because I've already baked my pieces. They're already hard and ready to go. Because I'm wanting to put wet clay onto these, you do need to put something that will bond it together. Now, you can either use Bake and Bond, or you can just use a liquid Sculpey. It's entirely up to yourselves. I'm using a Bake and Bond because that's what I have. I did have just some liquid clay, but it leaked everywhere because it's annoying. So there you go. Right, grabbed this, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually take it off. I'm going to, because I am going to fluff it up. So let's pop that on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to just cut around it. I don't want it perfect. Okay, and I'm just going to go over the top like that, so it gives it there. How nice is that? And then, because obviously we don't want it perfect, we're going to come in with our pokey tool. So here is my pokey tool, and we're just going to fluff this up by just swirling this all the way around, and then that's going to give the effect of fluff or fur or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's just going to make it all really nice. Now I am going to end up doing it to all of these, which is going to take me quite a few hours, but I'm looking forward to, I just want to make this uneven, because it just looks better when it's uneven. Okay. But yeah, I just use my dies for these. The other thing, if you don't have any Christmas dies, you can always print out, or you can draw the shapes that you want and then cut them out and use that as your template. So there is other ways of doing it. Right, I'm just going to go around this edge, because you want it all to sort of match. You don't want it to sort of... Now, because I'm going to be using some of these as toppers and some for tags, I have decided not to put a hole in. I can pop in a hole when I decide what I'm going to do with it. So I have a little tool. Now, see, I've been doing clay for quite a few years, so I have collected all my tools, and to tell you the truth, there's half of them I don't even use. So the ones that I tend to always go back to is my blade. There you go. How cool is that? And then if you wanted to, let me just grab some glitter. I'm just going to put some glitter in here, and then we can just pop on some glitter onto the top of that, and it will stick on because the clay is sticky. Okay. Oh, how nice is that? And there it is. There's our little stocking. Yeah, so yeah, the tools that I tend to use my craft knife, I use my pokey tool, I'll use a dotting tool depending which size I can pick up at any one time. I do use this a lot, but that's more, but I haven't needed to use it in these. And then that would be it really. That is all I tend to use, and maybe, and my pasta machine, but you can use a roller. But I did get a kit, and here, if I want to put a hole in and use one of these as a tag, I do have a drill piece that will, yeah, drill a hole in. So, and you just go nice and slow. You don't want to go too fast. Otherwise, there we go, and go all the way through, and then we're going to come all the way back. And then that's what I would do. So that one will be a tag. So what I was saying about using just your pens, let's have a look, see what pens these would be nice. So we have the glitter markers from Tonic Studios, and I'm just going to go on, and I'm going to put on some dots for bubbles. Oh, give that a good shake. Oh, a bit too much came out of that one. Okay, and then we can just go around these and just pop on some baubles. If you have just normal, what do you call them? Oh, help me out, guys. I'm tired. I've been at this all day. So yeah, if you've got just some normal metallic pens, they would work lovely as well. Now this is lovely and glittery, so I'm actually going to put it on the bottom of here. And what I'm going to do is that can be the little stem. I do need, let me just grab a brush because I just want to get rid of some of this. It doesn't really matter if it's on, but yeah, I'd rather it not. This is where you need to have steady hands, but when I've had a day of crafting, my hands are not the steadiest. I know my hands are hurting, but you know what, I'm just going to cover all that, so let's just use the paintbrush to spread that. Okay, so yeah, I like that. Right, I'm going to add some more on now that I know what I'm doing, she says. But yeah, so you can just come in with your metallic pens, or if you've got these Nouveau glitter pens, come and use them. They work just as well. Yeah, and just colour up your trees. So hopefully this will give me some more. Right, perfect. So I'm just going to make these a deeper colour. Now it will, these are water based, so it will sort of take a couple of coats because this is a plastic we're going on. So yeah, but I just wanted to show you can decorate them up however you want. I will come back at the end and show you everything that I've done, because I'm going to do better than this. I'm just sort of giving you an idea of some of the things that you can do, but this is going to take me days, guys. This isn't going to take me, yeah, I think, like I said, I went a bit overboard, but in the oven I've got some more gingerbread men. So yeah, but I mean, how cute is that? Just that, and then on the back you can write on to whoever you want it to be, or it can just hang off the tree. I mean, they're just so cute. Do you know what? I'm going to use that, and we're going to just colour that bit in because we have it. So let's use it. Okay. There we go. I'm going to mix some of that colour in as well because it's there. So why not make it even more glittery? There we go. Looks a bit better, doesn't it? So I'm trying to think whether to put you on speed up for an hour or not. So that you can see me decorate some of these up. I mean, I'm literally just going to be really just doing this. So I'm just going to be making my stockings. So I think no, I don't think I'll put it on speed up. I will do all of my stockings and then I'll come back and then we'll do a gingerbread man together because I don't want to keep mixing my clays up. So and then we'll do the Christmas trees, and yeah, I'll think of a funky way to do the Christmas trees other than just with pens. But as you can see, we have, I'm just getting them all together, these are all of our stockings to do. So we have a lot. So there's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I definitely went a bit mad. Okay, so I have 23 left to do. So I actually made 24. Oh, you could put that, you could have them as a little advent, couldn't you? Anyway, right, I'm going to put the whites on. Once the whites are on, I will be back. Okay, so I'm currently baking these on top. So as you can see, I've done them. I've got quite a few left to go in the oven. Now I do have all of my gingerbread men. So let me just move the Christmas trees out of the way. I've got quite a few of them. So what I'm going to do, so this is me, because I have my clay out, this is me working on a really big scale. So yeah, you can just make 1 or 2 of these, but yeah, I always get carried away when I get my clay out. I absolutely love it. So using the red clay that's left over from the stockings, what I'm going to do is I am going to, actually I need to just condition that just a little bit more. I'm going to do it into like a cherry lace, and this is going to be for all of their little mouths on our gingerbread men. So let's do that now. And then I've just literally got my scrap bits of clay out because I don't want to open anymore. I've managed to use, so you'll have seen that I was mixing up all the clay. I've managed to use a lot of my scrap clay up, which I'm chuffed to bits about. So it's just been sat there doing nothing, so it's quite nice to have that used. Now this has got some bits of colouring that I don't want, but that's fine because we can cut that out. So I don't want that bit and I don't want that bit. Okay, so I want this to be quite thin. Okay, and I'm actually just going to use my glue, I think, to stick these on with, and then I'll bake them on, and hopefully that'll keep them on. If they fall off, then I'll just use a little bit of super glue. So I've never actually done it this way, so we'll see. Okay, so making sure it's all about the same. I'll cut that off, and then we're just going to do little mouths and just keep on going. So as you can see, it's just rolling this. I don't even know how many I need, so let's get one of these. I'll show you what I'll be doing, and then we're just going to take up one of our, and we're going to have a cherry lace for the mouth. So we're going to curl that up. Now this is why I'm going to be using a bit of glue. I don't have any liquid clay, otherwise I would use the liquid clay. But yeah, that's just going to be our mouths. But what I'll do, actually, let's see if we can use some of the Bacon Bond. The only downside with the Bacon Bond is it is white. Okay, so if I just put a little bit on there like that, that should be enough, because ideally you want to use your Bacon Bond. And then if we get this and pop that on and curve it up, that should be enough to keep it there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Right, I'm only going to do one little gingerbread man with you, and then we'll go from there. Now I've got some black for the eyes. Now this is a little girl, so I'm going to do a skirt. I think I've only got a handful of the lady ones, so, and then I'm going to do some eyes. So I'm just going to get some Bacon Bond off my tub. I'm just going to have some eyes. Okay, and again just putting a blob on there, and then I'm going to grab some more for a blob on there. Okay, like so. Right, and just wipe off any extra because it's very gloopy. And then I want to, if we can, get the same size pieces for the eyes. Oh, actually they're perfect, so I'll just grab that and pop that on there, and then grab this one and pop it on there. So there's the eyes, so little currants for the eyes. Right, then I think I'm going to go with this blue for the skirt, just because we have lots of it. And we're just going to move, let's move her over, let's move the red out of the way. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is grab, hi Lucy. Hi. Grab two of these, and then I'm just going to actually use this, my tool, just to, yeah, oh, to flatten this off, because it will work. I don't need all of that. So, like so. And then what we're going to do is grab our little girl. Right, and I just want to do a nice waistband, so let's cut that nice off, down there, and down there, and just cut that off around there. So I'm just roughly doing the shape, and then what we can do is and just sort of pop this on. Now I am going to give it some texture. Okay, so just move that over like so, and then what I'm going to do is just use my knife and I'm just going to shape around it, so we're going to get that the nice shape that we need. Okay. Oh, that was a bit too much. Oh, it's okay because we can stick some back on. That's the beauty of working with clay. This is really, really sticky clay because it's been overworked, so it's not definitely not the best. So I'm just going to go, and then I just need around like so, and there's her little skirt, and then I'm just going to push it down ever so, just a little bit, take up that. Okay, loving that. Let's just move this out the way, and then what I'm going to do is using just one of my ball tools, we're going to do some detailing on this. So I'm just going to round off those edges, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to put a nice little waistband on her. Okay, right, but I want to just put some pleats in, and sometimes, you know, texture really does make the piece, so I'm just going down and putting our texture in. Okay, like so, so all the way along. And then I'm just going to bring that down to this edge. But the stickier the clay, the harder it is to work. And like I said, this is very sticky clay, but I'm not one for getting rid, so I just learn to work with it. Okay. And just bringing all of these bits down because I just want it all to go right to that edge. Hoping you can see what I'm doing. Her mouth has moved. Let's move her mouth back in. There we go. Right. And then around here, like so. Right, now that I've done that, I'm just going to grab my cutting tool and I'm just going to sort of tidy up this edge bit, like so. Right, sticking that on. Okay, I'm liking that, and then let's do her a waistband. So just using the same blue clay, trying to get it so that this is equally, it's all equal. I'm going to put a little waistband on her, and it just makes it look just that little bit neater.
I'm surprised.
Why?
The dogs are in the right bed.
I know. I know they are.
I don't flowers.
So there is that. I just want to add some more detailing on. So I'm just going to come in with my knife and very lightly score the top of that. I'm wondering whether to add glitter on actually. So, but yeah, I always find texture really makes it perfect. Okay. Oh, I'm liking that. Right, so I'm just gonna go down those score lines again, just to make sure that everything is all nice. Okay. Oh, I like that. And I don't know if you can see the texture of the skirt, but it really does make the difference. And then because we can, we're going to use, I'm just going to take some of this Bacon Bond off here. I'm going to use the same colour as the skirt to do her, to do her buttons. So let's go around and then stick that one on there, and then let's get the next one and stick that one on there. And then once we've done that, because I'm wanting them to have like little button effects, let's take our pokey tool and I'm going to put 2 little holes in like so, because these are our little buttons. And there's our little girl. So she is ready to go in the oven and to be baked. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to continue. So I have one more little girl there. I think all these are boys. Yes, I've got another girl that I can do. So we're going to do her. Oh no, we've got 3 altogether. So we've got a little one as well. So yeah, so I'll probably use the same colour, because like I said, I'm wanting to use my scrap clay up, so I'll do the same to these 2, and then the men, it'll just be a cherry lips and then black buttons and black eyes and black buttons. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do them, I'm going to get them all baked. Before I go on to that though, onto the gingerbread men, for the Christmas tree, so let me get a Christmas tree, and I'm going to get some nice bright colours, and these are, so I was saying to you that we can do different things with these. So what I'm going to do is actually come in with some little balls of clay, and we're going to add these on to our Christmas trees, like so, instead of the pens. Okay, like that. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just using my scrap bits of clay. I've got some red there as well. And then we're just going to go around. I will take these off and I will put some Bacon Bond. This is just for quickness, just so that you can see what I am doing. But yeah. Okay. I think another few of the orange. Okay, so like that. And then the other thing that we could actually do, so let's get this, because this is already done, is we can actually add on some tinsel. So like so. So it all depends on what you sort of, on how far you can stretch your imagination. So there we go. So there's that. Like I said, I will come on and I will add some, what do you call it, to it. There we go. Some Bacon Bond, but there we have it. There is our Christmas tree, nicely decorated, and I reckon just another little bit of the red at the bottom. Okay, so just around like that. There we are. So that's what else we can do. So if you remember yesterday, we did it just with pen, or you can have it just with, yeah, so you can do whatever you want with these. The other thing that you could do is you could actually just leave it and just write on it, write on them. That one's actually, oh look, that's not actually sticking. So there you go. So you can't use the glitter pens because they've just come off. So that is fine. This is just rubbing alcohol. So I'm just going to show you. Just spray some of that on. I'm just going to grab my rag and then we can just wipe over the top, and that takes it all off. So those pens actually don't work, the Nuvo glitter ones, which is such a shame because they were gorgeous, really nice. So let's get rid of that because, like I say, we don't need that on. Okay, so yeah, maybe don't use the Nuvo glitter pens. But yeah, so I think I'm just going to do clay. So I'm going to do all of that, and then what I'll do is once they've all been baked, we'll come back on and we'll have a look, and yeah, we'll make a Christmas card or something with them, because I think that'll be fun, or a Christmas tag, or I don't know, we'll do something with them. So yeah, I will be back in a second once it's all done. Okay, they're all done. I've done the Christmas trees, but I've just moved them out. But what I ended up doing is I ended up using, sorry, I'm just rummaging through my drawer. Oh, yeah, we'll use that card base. Yeah, I've ended up using my Nuvo drops to decorate them, actually. And I'm going to do exactly the same with the gingerbread girls. So I have 2, I think, left to do. So these ones are all cooked and ready to go. But we can add some Nuvo drop detail on the arms and things. So yeah, just double checking. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a nice pink. So I'm going to go with this one. This is Heritage Rose, and we're just going to draw her skirt on, basically using the Nuvo drops, and then we're just going to go all the way around, and then we're going to fill it in. So that's what I did with the Christmas trees, and it works beautifully. So yeah, my hands were hurting rolling all the little balls, so I ended up, yeah, right, so there we go. So that's her skirt done, and then if we just slightly tap that somehow, yay, there we go. Right, now because this is pearlized, it was probably not the best one to use, actually, because it has got that pearl on, but there you go. Do you know what I might do? Where's my brush? I had a brush, there it is. So I'm just going to take some of this off, and we're going to do the bigger one with it, because I think what I want to do is add some, maybe some glitter or something, but I'm not liking the pearlized, so don't choose one that's pearled, or like a metallic, because this is metallic. But what I'm going to do is, so let's get this one back to being a bit more, that's better, that's much better. Okay, and just bring some more on. I'm going to give her some texture, I think. Yeah, I've just been having a lovely play around with my Nuvo drops. I haven't had my Nuvo drops out for a while, so this is actually, it's been quite fun. So I'm just going to give her, there we go. Right, where's my, just do it on my rag for now. And then I've got this glitter one, so let's use the glitter. I'm going to use the glitter just along her waistband on both of them. And these are both, oh, look at that, doesn't that look so cute? Now I'm wondering whether to actually bring in some of this glitter into her skirt, just on this one. Wouldn't hurt, would it? Right, do you know what, I really like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, oh, I've got this one which came from the Works, and it is a very cheap one, but this is perfect for this, to get rid of that pearlized. So yeah, just see what drops you've got in your stash and use those, because honestly, the effects are just wonderful. I will show you the Christmas trees, but I thought we'll make a card first, then I'll show you the Christmas trees. Now don't forget, guys, please do go over and check out our lovely Claire. Let's see what she has done. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what she's done, actually. I'm just gonna come, Add some more, and it's sort of, I just drop it a few times just to let that go. Oh, how cute do they look? And then, because I have it, why not? Let's add some more glitter on. Like I said, because I have it, why not? Oh, there we go. How gorgeous is she? So, yeah, just a few bits. I'm going to add glitter to this one as well. Okay, do it over the bin. Oh, I like that. Right, perfect. So now I've got glitter everywhere, which is excellent. Okay, right. So what I thought is we'll come on now and we'll make a Christmas card. I'm going to put these two off to the side to dry. So I just have a card base here. This card base measures 6 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to use, actually I don't know if I want to use that card base. I think I want to go with where are they? Yeah, I'm going to go with a 5 by 7. So I've got a couple there. Okay, let's bring in stamp set as well. So I have this stamp set. So I'm going to I only want to make one card because I think this video is going to be super, super long. I'm very interested, very interested to see what Claire's done. But yeah, I just wanted to do something Christmassy. Right, now I'm having a look. This is a paper pad from Crafter's Companion from Sour Dairies, and it is called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and I got this from The Works. So I'm loving that paper. I quite like that red as well. I might use that red. I don't want anything with too much. What about with the stockings? Let's have a look. Right, so what I'm going to do, because as you can see it's not big enough, is I'm just going to tear a piece off this end to go there and a piece off this end, and this preserves your paper. So this is just going to be a really quick card. Just using our pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that on like so, and then let's do the same with this side. So we're going to just stick this on. Okay, so let's get that stuck. Make sure it's all nicely lined up, which it is, and then I'm going to come into the back and we're going to trim it. There they are. I was going to say, where's my scissors? I do actually have a lovely new pair of scissors that our gorgeous Angela from Angie B Crafts bought me, and they are handleless ones, so they don't have this. They're from Fiskars, but they're actually upstairs. I've been cutting with them, and I have to say they are brilliant on my hands. Now, do I want it that way? Is what I'm thinking is, if you can hear anything, that's Lady. She's asleep behind me, as most days. Oh, doesn't that look fantastic? Oh, I like that. The other thing I've got is I've got this tree. That was, all I did with it was I actually just got my Nouveau drops and put Nouveau drops all over it. I think I prefer that tree. Oh, I don't know, because I really want the stockings too. Oh, I really like that. I really like that. And then we could have one of these stamps. So let's just open this. Come on. The only downside to the packaging for this is they're a nightmare to open. But I'm thinking that may the spirit of Christmas bring joy to your heart and happiness to your home. Oh, I love that. So I'll turn this around a second. Oh, see, that's too boring. I want that side. I think I'm going to have that, but can we have a stocking on as well? Because I really want one of the stockings. Or do we simply just have 3 stockings, because we could have just 3 stockings. Oh, I like that. Do you know what? We're going to have the stockings because I like the stockings. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to glue this down. So, plenty of glue on. And then I'm just going to line this up the best that I can. And if it's not perfect, then that's fine as well. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this down here. Okay, just like that. I'm going to bring in some of my peel-offs because it wouldn't be me if I didn't. So let's move that out of the way. Oh, should we have a look at the shaped board? Actually, let's get the Christmas ones out because we don't really use them otherwise, do we? And they are Christmassy ones. So, let's see what we have. Now, this is where I find that I probably don't... Oh, I let that go. I was about to say, this is where we find we don't have anything. But actually, we've got a few things in here that would look beautiful. I need to do more with my Christmas peel-offs, I think. I like these ones. But I also like these ones. So, let's go with this one. Right, let's move that out the way, and then I'm going to go with, let's go with the straight edge one. Okay, I'm going to try and guess the amount that I'll need off it, just so that it's easier for me. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm going to stick this just along this edge, like that. So we're a little bit too much for that, but that's fine. Really, lady?
Yes.
She's snoring. So I know that I just need a little less. So there we go. And then this piece is going to go on this side. And this, it really just helps bring out the detail and just gives that little bit of extra something to our card. So, oh, how gorgeous is that? Just that little extra something. And then we have these. Now, what I'm thinking is, I have my Glossy Accents here. I'm very tempted to actually cover these in Glossy Accents. So, let's glue this on. I'm just going to, I think actually I should use my glue gun because it would have been an instant adhesion. But yeah, so that's going to stick there. And then I'm going to go around this one. So this is why I didn't put the holes in these at all. Right, I need a plain one. There we go, this one. So that I can use them as embellishments on cards if I so wish to. Okay, right, so there we go. So there's that. I think this one needs to be moved over just ever so slightly. There we go. Perfect. I'm loving that. Now, I'm going to come in with my Glossy Accents and just on the red piece. So this is going to act like a glaze. And it's just going to give, again, it's just going to give that little bit of extra detail. And I'm very curious to see what it looks like. So yeah, so I will leave this for a few hours to dry, and hopefully by the time these have dried, the Christmas trees will have dried, and then I can come back and show you everything. So like I said, don't forget, do go over and see our lovely Claire, see what she's created using polymer clay. But it just meant that because I had planned on doing making like little Christmas embellishments and decorations out of clay, so I just got to combine the two. It is a long process, I'm not going to lie, when I do my clay, because when I get it all out I tend to bulk make, so as you can see I made absolutely loads, and and that is simply down to the fact that I have to clean everything, because otherwise you get your clay picks up all the dust and everything. So yeah, and it's good fun as well. I do love my clay. I don't do it nearly as much as what I used to, and I really do need to get back to it, because it's so enjoyable and very, very therapeutic. So right, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to come back to you guys in a few hours, probably later on today or tomorrow, and this will all be dry. I'm going to stamp out one of the sentiments, I think, from this. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. I'm going to use that one, and I'm actually going to. I've got some these.
Would you like me to close this door?
No, you can leave it open, please.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to stamp this one. I'm actually going to stamp it in my archival ink vermilion, because I think that'll look nice, and I've just got some cream cardstock which I think will look nice as well, so let's do that. But I am thinking that this is going to be a perfect sentiment. Yeah. And then we are going to cut this out. These are actually leftover bits from cards that I was going to turn into tags, and I haven't got round to yet. Okay, so now I've done that, I just want to go around the edge with the vermilion, and this is just like the same colour as what we've just stamped it with, and it's just so that it stands out. But yeah, because I may as well stick this on and then it's done. So let's put that back away, let's put that block away. But yeah, I'm going to get a nice little box or something out to put all of these in, and then I'll be using them over the Christmas period. So I don't know whether to have it, I'm very tempted to have it at the bottom there, or I have it up at the top there, and I think both are as equally nice. I don't know, I have no idea. Shall we go at the bottom? Right, I'm going to use, and it might seem odd, but you know what, it's there, I can't reuse it, so I'm going to use a lollipop sticker for my dimension. So why not? Okay, stick that on there, make sure you can't see it. Okay, and then put some glue on, and yeah, let's just stick it there in this middle-ish, or just off to the side. Then when it's dry, we'll come back and we'll have a look at it, but I think that's going to look gorgeous. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back, and here is the card. It is still slightly wet, as you can see in these areas. But how gorgeous does that look? I am really pleased with that card. And then here are the Christmas trees. So they're all dry. And don't they look fab? They definitely look better. I haven't filled that one in. I wasn't sure which one, so we left it for now. But don't they look fab, just with some Nouveau drops? So yeah, having a play with them. That one went a little bit wrong, but I will do something with it. So yeah, I've made plenty of these. Now I'll show you me turning them into, so that one can be a tag. We'll have that as a tag. Let's have one of the Gingerbread Men as a tag, and then I am gonna leave it there, guys. So I do have my little tool, so let's move all of these out the way. And then this is really good. So if you buy, you can get the kits really cheaply off eBay, of where you can just buy, there's about 20-30 tools in, and one of the tools is this piece here, which yeah, is a drill basically. But I'm wondering if you could actually just use a drill bit, so try a drill bit before you go buying anything. And the other thing that you could do is actually add this in before you bake. because that would definitely help a lot. So we've just put that on there. Okay, so there's our hole in that piece, and we want Gingerbread Man, who's going to have a hole right in the middle of his head, which is fine. Okay, so again, just drill in that little hole. But yeah, you can honestly, guys, just try a drill bit, because I'm sure a normal drill bit would work fine with this. I can't see why it wouldn't. Okay, so just take that out. Okay, so that's them. And then what we're going to do is, so I'm going to move all of these, because these can, I'm going to pop away and use them on my presents. So, because that's a good thing about having your clay out, you can actually, like, yeah, do lots and lots, and just have lots of fun. So I have some twine here, so let's use this. So I'm just gonna right, please excuse my hands, I've just finished doing another video, so I wanted to come on and do the last bit on here. So yeah, so I can get everything tidied away. Right, so I'm just going to cut a length down. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see how long there is. So this is about 15 inches. Really doesn't need to be this long. You could actually probably only do half of that, like so. So do you know what? Let's only do half of that, and then if you pop in a little knot like that, okay, and then tighten that up. I'm just going to tidy that end up, and voila, there you have. So you can use it on your Christmas tree, but you can also use it as a tag, and then you can write on the back. So I don't know, let's use, for instance, well, let's drop everything first. So I'm just going to use my Pro marker, and then I'm going to put two, who can this one be for? Let's do my mum. To my mum, well, to mum. And then Merry Christmas with love, Dawn. There we go. So now that I'll just sit on my mum's on her present, and then she can sit it on her tree, so it can become a tree ornament. And then on the back it says, and then I can even put 2021. So yeah, it works really well with alcohol inks, markers, or you can use biros as well. Biros work really, really nicely. So yeah, just any pen will work, but it sort of gives you, obviously you'll do it neater than that. I'm wondering, so while you guys are here, I'm going to have a check, because I'm wondering, with it being alcohol ink marker, if you make a mistake, if you can just use rubbing alcohol to delete it off, like, you know, to rub it off so that you can start fresh. Should we have a look? Like I said, you're here and we're here too. So I'm just spraying it with rubbing alcohol. So not quite, but you don't know unless you try. So no, it doesn't, because it's still there, but that is a fine, because I'm just going to go back over that anyway, and it will go to my mum. So, but also, I mean, you could do, you could add all three on. Oh, these could actually just be a gift within themselves. So you could make like a nice little box, and pop these in for the recipient to, what do you call it? Please go through. Yeah. for the recipient to then stick on their tree. So it can be like a little box of decorations. How cool is that? I'm absolutely dying to see what Claire has made, so please do go over and check her out. I'll apologise now because this video is super long. I already know it's super long, but I've had so much fun. I've really enjoyed this, so thank you, Claire. But how lovely is that? I might actually gift some of these out. Yeah, I think they're really, really cool. They look lovely, don't they? But put them in a little box and give them out as little presents at Christmas. So I think I may do that. And then we have our Christmas card as well. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've shown you that you can create some beautiful things just using your dies out of your stash. It doesn't have to be Christmas themed. It can be anything at all. So just get your dies out, cut around them and have some fun. So yeah, I have used my very basic tools when doing this, so yeah, I do hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, do check Claire out. Please do subscribe also to her, and I'll see you again in another video. But until then, please do take care and happy crafting. Bye.